Salute, salute, salute to the internal, indigenous, spiritual, most high. Trolls, only God and your mama can love you. And last but not least, one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. I say one time, yeah. Fly high and rest in power to brother in the cut. You know, as he would say, here we go, here we go. Where's we go? I needs me shillings so I control. Mission love you, Jimmy McNair. Mission love you, brother. But here we go, man. Here we go. I tried to be good. I tried to leave the internet. Y'all, I shut up. I wasn't doing no more live streams. I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't doing nothing. But yet they want to get all in my inbox. All in my inbox, y'all. I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't bothering nobody. But they all in my inbox. Y'all won't even let me prematurely retire. Y'all must have really missed me. Y'all like hearing the truth, one, haters. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I tried to go away. I was doing y'all justice. I was doing y'all, you know what I mean, some good. I was benefiting you guys. I left you alone. I wasn't even going live no more. I ain't even care about y'all no more. But y'all just had to be all up in my inbox with all the little crazy stuff y'all like to say. And y'all know me. I ain't gonna hold my tongue. Whether my people support me, cash at me, super chat me, or give me or not, boy, look here, Shino baby boy gonna speak up. You know what I'm saying? All of what y'all heard, but I can tell you what you should have heard. I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna stand on it. I want all the smoke. Don't leave it in the comment box. Y'all got upset because I made a video saying that, have you ever noticed that white people are safe around black people? I mean, I made a video saying, have you noticed that YT people are safe around black people, but black people aren't safe around them? Which is the truth. What's good, Insatiable? What's good, birthday twin? What's good, Capricorn brother? And this was the truth. We have statistics that prove this stuff. We know about 2977. We know that they are 69% of all crimes, you know what I'm saying, reported and committed in this country. We know. We know. But because I spoke truth, they validate truth to be a lie. But Jake Lane could sit here and go spill all these lies. Shirley Builder could spin all these lies. Nick Fuentes could spew all these lies. Charlie Kirk could spew all these lies. Your president could spew all these lies. And not one time do you deem that as being racist. No wonder he held that damn Bible upside down. No wonder he held that Bible upside down. We just here to speak truth and y'all consider it to be racist. So I cannot sit here and say that YT people are safer around black people than they are around their own people. Let me ask you a question. Who started all of the wars? Let me ask you a question. Who's responsible for the Holocaust? Let me ask you another question. Who started chattel slavery and the transatlantic slave trade? Huh? Who colonized everything with what, by 8 countries? You know, continents, so to speak. Who? Who leads the way in all these sexual crimes in this country against women, children, and animals? Who? Who's 34.7%, you know, of those receiving government assistance, EBT, SNAP, you know, all of that good stuff, Medicaid, housing, all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. And then they're going to yell per capita, right? Who bought all the diseases? Who reclassified people in order to assume their identity and to steal their land? Huh? Who? Who? So again, I'm going to stand on my point. I think that good YT folks are safer around black people than around their own people. Because their own people keep stirring up and they lie about it. And they don't know how to be accountable. They even did it to their own. We all know about indentured slavery. We know about the Vikings and all of that. We know. We know what you did to the Irish. We know what you did to the Italians. We know what you did to the J community. You know what you did to us. And after you did it to us, you imported some Siberian Asians to come over here and pretend to be Native Americans. Every time I hear a YT person say they Native American, oh man, I just throw up in my mouth, man. Like y'all really believe the bullshit y'all say? Y'all are not Native Americans. You're native to Europe. You're immigrants. You're not indigenous to this land. You're not Native Americans. Nothing on this nothing in this country right now is considered. Listen, you got to have melanin to be indigenous. You are not Native American. And y'all need to stop telling that lie. Every time I hear white people say, oh, I'm Native American. No, you're not. You're proof of the $5 Indian Act. You're proof of the Homestead Act. You're proof of the Indian Removal Act. You are proof of the Dawes-Rose Act. We know what happened in Virginia. But because someone gets on here and tells the truth, woo, 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 you know, I got to be lying now. And y'all think everything that y'all say is the truth. And it's not. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. So I guess you figure if you keep on repeating the same lie, eventually it's going to turn into truth. No, it just makes you a god doggone, what's the word I'm looking for here? It makes you a pathological liar. I think that would be the term. A pathological liar. But we know y'all lie by choice. Y'all lie by choice. Y'all done did so much dirt, y'all have to lie by choice. You know what I mean? Y'all done stole so much stuff, you have to lie by choice. There's so many people y'all got to pay back and make amendments to. You got to lie by choice. You got to lie by choice. We know what's really good. Do y'all know what's really good? Do y'all know what's really good? Because I don't think y'all do. I don't think y'all do. We know about everything you do. We know. We know. But just in case you don't think we know. Just in case you don't think we know. I always got something, you know, up my sleeve to prove a point or two. Since you don't think we know what we know. We know who we are. You know who you are too. Who we are too. And y'all want to keep telling us we African American. We not African American.
In this video,
and y'all keep lying saying y'all American. And you're not American. You're not American. Tell the truth. Shame the devil you serve. Right, brother. I don't know much about history, but I agree science was my favorite subject in school. Yeah. Yeah.
Before you make a certificate was now changed from Indian to colored.
See, they practice this thing called eugenics. That's how the whole little term of white came along. It's through eugenics. It's to assimilate power and control. I tried to go away. Salute, J-Dub. I tried to go away. I tried to be quiet. And y'all want to be all in my inbox with all the hoorah and all your flubber. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna make a grand appearance, huh? Y'all didn't think that I was gonna make a cameo, huh? Y'all didn't think that I was gonna appear to the masses? I ain't got time to be typing all y'all back, writing all y'all back individually in the comment box. So I am here, YT Supremacist. I am here. I am back. I tried to retire. I was gonna do y'all a social justice, but y'all just wouldn't let it go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just wouldn't let it go. You wouldn't let it go. I wasn't bothering you, but since y'all like to lie about everything and y'all gonna act like Walter Plecker don't exist, you know what I'm saying? Then let's get to the truth, man. Let's get to the truth.
Wealthy white families claiming Pocahontas ancestry were accepted as white, but actual Native Americans who had documented tribal connections and community ties were rejected and reclassified as black or colored. So if your last name was on this list, your Native ancestry claim was not only rejected, your birth certificate was now changed from Indian to colored. He believed that the Native American tribes in Virginia had intermarried with black people generations ago. Therefore, anyone who claimed to have Native American ancestry, he said, was actually mixed race black trying to pass as Indian to get around segregation laws. This was his theory. He called them mongrels. He called them near whites sometimes. He said they were striving to pass He made a list. This is a real document. It's called Surnames by Counties and Cities of Mixed Negroid Virginia Families Striving to Pass as Indian or White. The state of Virginia started reclassifying these people as colored. Not Native American, colored. The onus is on you to prove that you're white. Which is, and I cannot stress this enough, that is impossible. It was impossible to prove this. Suddenly these families had a big problem. Because the law said 1 drop of non-white blood makes you not white. So are the Randolphs not white now? Are Virginia's most powerful families about to be barred from marrying other white people? Are their kids going to be kicked out of the good schools? Are they going to be buried in colored cemeteries? No, of course not. That's why the Pocahontas exception exists. People want to say in the comments all the time, you Americans, you're obsessed with race. Why are you so obsessed? Dude, we're not obsessed with race. This is written into our history, and then it wasn't taught.
Right. We're obsessed with truth and accountability. You know, his story. So if you're going to tell his story, then at least tell his story correctly. Correctly. And teach his story correctly and accurately. And accurately. I couldn't even go away. I couldn't even go in retirement, y'all. I ain't know what to do with my time, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what to do with all my new afforded time. But I knew what I wasn't going to let them do on my time. You ain't even be all in my comment box with this hoorah, hoorah. You know what I'm saying? I hear you and I see you. And I definitely wouldn't want to be you because it's hot out there. You know what I'm saying? I hear you and I see you. I definitely wouldn't want to be you because it's hot out there. And I don't care. Nobody say, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring you that smoke. I'm going to bring you that smoke. Now, y'all had a problem because I sat here and said that y'all are safer around us than you are around your own. Right now, I can give you an example of 2 YT countries, Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine and Russia. You can't name 2 black countries or continents that's going at each other right now. This is what y'all do. But y'all hate the truth. Then I got to ruin my good Saturday, put away my tequila, you know what I mean? And put away my good smoke, my peace pipe, to come on here and straighten a bunch of freaking YT racist idiots. Huh? I got to deal with the low IQ. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's show some kind of support, ladies and gentlemen. Can we please hit the like button? Let's hit that like button. Come on, come on. They wouldn't leave me alone. I wasn't bothering nobody. I'm sitting here enjoying Netflix. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying all my free time. They want to sit here and bother me. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was all about freedom of speech. Ain't that what they said? They got a First Amendment right? Huh? Why we can't have a First Amendment right? Why we can't have a First Amendment right? I just saw a Cash App thing, Insatiable. I'm going to go out and I'm just going to predict that was you, Insatiable. I can't check it right now, but I know that had to be Insatiable. I know that had to be Insatiable. So let me thank you ahead of time, Insatiable, because I believe that was you, Capricorn, brother. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that was you. You know what I mean? But no, they wouldn't let me go away. I wasn't bothering nobody, man. Hey, it's all good. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support, but you can tell I know who my gifters are. You can tell I know. You can tell I know. I'm going to tell y'all what's a slap in the face, sitting on here, having all these moderators and being cool with everybody and stuff. And then the minute I say I'm not going live, and I saw this before I stopped YouTube too. But I see a lot of people who follow me in everybody else's chats. I watch Captivity with No Captivity with Freezy. I see a lot of people. I see Urban Media TV. I see a lot of people. You know what I mean? Introvert Rockstar. I see a lot of people. The Gentleman's Den. I see a lot of people. And a lot of those people are over there gifting just for their comments to be read. But over here, those people don't do that. So yeah, that was a slap in the face. It was a channel check. It was a reality. It's a reality that even your own people can hold you down. You know what I'm saying? We pick and choose who we support. But let's get back to this though.
So serious about this. It's a hit list of family names. Oh, why are you guys so obsessed with race? Look at this flipping document. I'm Danielle Romero. Thank you so much for being with me here on my channel where we talk about American identity and family stories. And before we jump back into this video, if you'd like to join me over at Patreon, get off of YouTube, we can direct message, we can chat. It's patreon.com/NYTN. Or you can send me a coffee at coffee.com/NYTN13. Are you white? Legally white. Are you legally white? In 1924, the state of Virginia decided to settle this question once and for all because it is not a simple question and not a simple answer legally with a new law. And the law said if you had even one drop of black blood, and we're talking one ancestor, at least 5 generations back, you were black. Period. End of story. Unless you can prove.
See? Eugenics, ladies and gentlemen. Eugenics. But they won't tell the truth about it. They won't tell the truth about it, but I'm going to expose it. They always try to sit there, oh, you're delusional. Oh, you're racist. No, I'm not. I'm truthful. You're delusional. You're delusional. I'm truthful. I'm telling people the truth. And since it doesn't work in your favor and it makes you look bad, now you deem me to be racist. You deem me to be racist when you are really the racist. And you're upset because I am exposing as well as tearing down the pillars of your inferiority. I no longer use the word supremacy. They're inferiorities. Okay? Because people who are superior beings don't act that way. And people who are superior beings, the sun and nature wouldn't affect them that way. All right, let's keep that in mind. That's how we know they're not indigenous. When they come to you and they tell you that they are Native American, tell them to stand out there in the sun with no sunscreen. Because Asians built teepees. Siberian Asians built teepees. And it's funny, those same Siberian Asians that came over here that y'all consider Native Americans, they built teepees too. That is so peculiar. But yet, the native black Indian tribes here who were indigenous stayed in things like log houses. That's right. Do your research. Log houses, not teepees. Log houses, long houses, all of that. Not teepees. That's an Asian thing. So that's a direct giveaway. That's a direct giveaway.
That you were related to Pocahontas. Yes, the Pocahontas. Then you're fine. You're white. Carry on. I'm serious. Virginia wrote this exception into their racial purity law specifically for people who could trace their bloodline to a 12-year-old Powhatan girl from the 1600s. This is going to get real wild. It's going to get real wild. So before we keep going, let me know where you are watching this from. I'd love to know what state you're from or what country you're from and how many people we have from Virginia.
Y'all hit that like button, please. Hit that like button, family. I tried to go away. Y'all got to give me credit. I tried to go away. All right? I did what LeBron wouldn't do. I retired. I tried to go away. They wouldn't let me. They pulled me back out of retirement, y'all. They pulled me back out of retirement. So if they're going to pull me out of retirement, I got to make sure I deliver. I got to come back with that Mamba mentality. You understand what I'm saying? I got to come back with that Mamba mentality because I'm sick and tired of them spewing all these lies. That's worse than what's going on in Ocean Springs. That's 3 people. 3 black people gone in Mississippi. 3. Nolan Wells, Tasia Fortune, and the 15-year-old baby they just found unalived in a park. 15. That's 3. Racism don't exist. If racism don't exist, how come we ain't never saw non-black people dangling and extended from trees in this country? Huh? Because there's 2 things I've never seen in this country. And no matter who I ask, and no matter what color you are, you have to agree. I've never seen peace in this country. I've never seen peace in this country. Number 2, I've never seen no one non-black extended from a tree in a vertical position. Slumped. Huh? Huh? But racism don't exist though. And they are still doing it today. And I'm pissed because we're letting them do it. We're letting them do it. All these damn trees around here. All these trees around here that's got our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? DNA and spirits. Well, hell, why ain't there any non-black DNA and spirits on some of these same damn trees throughout this country? I'm just saying, I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Lord forbid they have to wake up and see somebody non-black, you know what I'm saying, dangling from a tree. You know, they'll be speaking from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue then, boy. You will have Jake Lane really out here losing his mind. You will have Donald Trump really out here thinking that, you know what I'm saying, YTs are under attack. But we can't feel like we're under attack, and y'all keep doing this to our people, and y'all keep lying about it. Everything's got to be inconclusive. Everything's got to be self-inflicted. I'm just saying. Life is like this is chess, not checkers. Sometimes you gotta play a mirror match, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta let people know how let certain people know how things feel. Every move they make, you make the same move. See if they can beat themselves. See if they can beat themselves. Hey family, how's everyone? Purple flowers. Oh, y'all, Purple Flowers done put up a profile picture. Uh-oh. 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 I think go peep all her purple flowers. Oh, I see you, Purple Flowers. I see you. Purple Flower got them lips. Purple Flowers look like she could talk her shit. Purple Flower got them lips, y'all. Salute to your Purple Flowers. But yeah, man. I wouldn't know why that's not considered racist. Thank you, Purple Flowers. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting me on the board, sister. Thank you for putting me on the board. I tried to go away. They wouldn't let me, y'all. I ain't know what to do with my time. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting here twiddling my thumbs. You know what I mean? I started watching reruns or different TV shows, and I don't even watch TV. You know, I didn't know what to do with my time. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm gonna go away. It's not like I'm making money on here anyway, so I'm wasting my time. But they won't even let me retire for free. You know what I'm saying? They won't even let me retire for free. It's crazy. It's crazy. They won't even let me retire for free. And then I'm gonna tell you per capita. And Kima do, I don't know where you get these facts from, but I already know that you kind of bounce in between. You can tether when you want to. You can tether when you want to. They're the biggest, and it's not by black people. That crime is proximity based. They're not unalive by, listen, listen, you will not be in here with a moderator badge spilling those lies. Crime is proximity based. Proximity based. And they all don't say the same thing because you did not look at the United States Sentencing Commission. And you didn't look at that 2019 FBI crime data sheet. No. Crime is proximity based. We're speaking white on white crime. White people are not unalived by black people more in this country. Are you kidding me? This country would be having a pissy fit. They would be having a pissy fit. That is a lie. White people unalive more people per day than anyone. Look at all the mass unalivings. Just in itself. Just in itself. You just had one, and you had two more. What color were they? See, you're not going to come on here with these type of lies. What color were they? And you've got to be like an immigrant. No, that's not. That's the only point I was making. You chose to come up here and tether. You chose to come up here and tether. Now you're saying it's two different points. Crime is proximity based. White people who live among white people experience more crime from white people. Black people who live around black people are going to experience more crime from black people. Chinese people who live around Chinese people are going to experience more crime than Chinese people. So no. That's a very Eurocentric talking point. That lets me know that you sleep white. That lets me know that you sleep white. You are not happy with yourself. You got some Brandon Tatum in you. Because you just came on here and told a complete lie. We're not even around white people like that, the unalive white people. Most black people know not even put their hands on white people because of the system. That's how I know you're not black. You are cosplaying. You are cosplaying. You either got mixed children, a white wife, or you're an immigrant. You're a black immigrant, a foreigner. Because that's a lie right there. You're cosplaying. That is a lie. A white person take out more white people than black people. Huh? They take out more of their own. In all of these mass unalivings, in all of these wars. Huh? Russia and Ukraine, what is that? What is that? Russia and Ukraine, what I have no understanding to what you're saying. Russia and Ukraine, aren't those two white countries? Aren't those two white countries? Huh? What black person is killing them, unaliving them more than they're unaliving themselves? What other black country do you see going to war against other black countries? Huh? You downright I don't understand what you're saying. I can talk about in this country. We don't deal with white people like that. White people unalive us. We're the ones found dangling from trees. We're the ones that's beaten, brutalized, and unalived by the police. Huh? It's us. It's us, not them. It's us. It's them that receive immunity. It's them that raise money. It's them that become heroes for doing what they did to us with absolutely no understanding but nothing but outpouring support from their community. What the hell are you talking about? That's how I know you're not indigenous to this land. That's how I know you're not indigenous to this land. And I'm really about to remove you because I don't like arguing with tethers and foreign immigrants who cosplay foundational black Americans. You are not foundational black American. And the way you speak translates that. The way you speak translates that. You can't be talking about the USA. They unalive the most people here. If you turn on the TV right now, it's probably already been another mass unaliving. Huh? You can't say that. All these children come up missing. All these people unalive. Nancy Guthrie, that ain't black. Jeffrey Dahmer, that wasn't black. Timothy McVeigh, that wasn't black. What are you talking about? Ted Bundy, that wasn't black. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Columbine, they weren't black. Y'all same white people in America took out 100+ girls in a school in Iran. And you found nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And y'all are sitting here and lie talking about black people unalive y'all the most. That's a damn lie. Y'all worse than a household cat. Y'all unalive people just for the hell of it. Just for shits and giggles, to boost your pride. Huh? Just to boost your pride. You get ego trips off of other people's grief and misfortunes. Tell the truth about it. You just had a whole president go to Venezuela and kidnap Maduro and his baby mama. And y'all sitting here talking about black people. What black people do. It's y'all. It's y'all. It's y'all. You can't sit here and tell me that black people unalive more white people than anything. Boy, you a lie. You a lie. And I ain't gonna let you get up under my skin. I know what tetherers do. I know what y'all. Man, you over here cosplaying black people, man. You are not foundational black American, bro. You not. You not. You ain't been in this country long enough to even see how this country move. You just jump right in with the white people. You just got your opinion, but you don't know how to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to tell the truth. Whites unalive more people than anybody in this country. Whites unalive more people of every ethnic group than anyone in this country, including themselves. Including themselves. Including themselves. I'm not saying black people don't unalive black people, but we don't do it at the rate that they unalive everybody, including us. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But see, y'all just want to holler per capita. See, I done been over that data crime sheet. That's why you sitting up here lying. I show that sheet all the time. I know that sheet by heart. That's why I'm telling you you're lying. Even when it comes to child driving in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that child driving in traffic. Lead the way in that too. Lead the way in that too. Brother, you came on, I'm not even gonna call you brother. Man, you came on here and said, more whites are unalived by black people a year than the opposite. That is a damn lie. And then you try to give these fake ass resources. That is a damn lie. Homie, they are a bigger population. Huh? If you was ever gonna use per capita, the time would be now. It's too many of them to even make that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is a very small percentage, less than 1%. Less than 1%. Now watch this. I'm gonna prove you wrong. Since you're gonna make me do it, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Got to prove you wrong. Got to prove you wrong. Because you don't know how to tell the truth.
By far. Era, the end. So 2 days ago, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned a section within the 1965 Voting Rights Act. They gutted Section 2, which essentially, by 2028, will lower the value of black and Latino votes. This isn't a game. Black America specifically, we gotten too comfortable. You know, they told us to forget about racism. It's gone. It's not coming back. But as we have been seeing for the past few years, racism is alive and well, and it seems to be getting back to what it used to be. Now, when I first got the news on it, it automatically brought me back to a Charlie Kirk clip, where when he was speaking to a young child, he said that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
I have a question. Why did you say that the Civil Rights Bill should be overturned?
I didn't say that. I said it was a mistake.
Why? That's crazy. I wouldn't be here. That's trouble.
So MAGA came here to say that life was better before the Civil Rights Act. Got it.
With me remembering that clip, I decided, man, I want to do a Charlie Kirk retrospective. We're going to be talking about the height of his political era, the ending, and then afterwards. I think it's something that we can study because people like Charlie Kirk, they aren't new. They've existed before. They're going to exist.
And the reason I chose to play this particular video entitled The Charlie Kirk Retrospective by Antonio Talks. Y'all might know him as Antonio Speaks. He's got 2 channels. You know, this is on his Antonio Talks channel. It's because you come in here with those Charlie Kirk talking points. And I'm going to shut all that down. I'm going to let you said that we unalignment. Watch this. Less than 1%. Watch this.
Again, I tell you all the time, and I go back and listen to debates from Malcolm X, James Baldwin, Kwame Ture, so many of these black, powerful people. And when I listen to them speak against, you know, their white counterparts, these people sound like someone in 2026. So I always say, man, go back. Look at what happened before. It tells you the future. For better or worse, though, Charlie Kirk is symbolic. I've told this story before, but back last year around this time, 2025, I started to get hit with a lot of anti-black content. Now, don't get it mistaken. Anti-black content has always been something on the internet. Like I say, man, I grew up during a time of like edgy YouTubers, PewDiePie, iDubbbz. And the thing that broke the camel's back was a clip I seen from Charlie Kirk. I didn't know his name at the time, but this was the guy. The video had millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes.
Black Americans, about 13 to 14% of the population, about half of all prisoners are black. Exactly. So blacks commit more crimes than whites do. They commit more murders, they commit more arsons, they commit more kidnappings. For example, blacks are 13% of the population and they commit 58% of all the murders.
What Charlie was referring to was the 2019 FBI data stats. As you can see, this only talks about arrests, not convictions or any type of thing like that. And if you didn't know, black people are profiled at the highest rates.
Listen, Kima Dow, have you say your name. Listen.
To add on more, black people are exonerated at the highest rates as well, at 55%, I believe. And even using that specific source, white people commit 69% of the crimes based off of that. Crazy, right? And then I also seen another clip where he said black people are 13% of the population but commit 55% of the murders. There is some truth to that. But with people like Charlie, they never give nuance to things. So according to the 2019 thing, there were 13,927 murder victims. 54 of those victims were black and 55% of the offenders were black. The way to do is trying to make it seem as like black people are the only groups of people killing each other. No, most crime is interracial, and this is because crime is proximity based. Black people live.
What? Say what? Say what? Yeah, you done blew your cover. You done blew your cover, Kima Dow, Kima Dude, whatever your name. You done blew your cover.
Black people more so they're going to have more problems with each other. This goes for white people living near each other. In poor white people, this happens. Of these 13,000 murder victims, 55% of them were killed by black people. That is around, what, 7,600, I believe. In America, there are 40 million black people. And to go even more specifically, there are 22 million black men, 22 to 24 million black men. So in whole, out of 22 million black men, 7,000 of them are committing murders. Do y'all know what percent of black men that is? 0.035% of 22 million. That's not
even 1%. Exactly. Not even 1%. So what I'm saying has everything to do with what you said. Not even 1%. But you won't tell the truth.
Even near 1% of black men living in America. When not to justify it, most of this black on black crime, they like to call it, is due to gang violence that they could prevent.
Like Nick Fuentes and others will say, black people should be in prison. But let's look at the stats. Black people commit about 6,000 murders a year. 98% of us against other black people. That's 6,000 murderers. There's 40 million black people that live in America. The overwhelming majority of black people are not murdered.
Now, if Batum Tatum just said that 98% of those unalivings are against other black people, you tell me how black people lead the way in unaliving white people in this country. That makes no sense. Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying, Kima. Someone's lying. Someone's lying. And I know Batum Tatum inflated those stats. I know. Bro, you did sit here and say that. You did. It's right here. More whites are unalived by black people a year than the opposite. And you cited the FBI, the CDC, the BJS, all says the same. And I knew you were lying when you cited that because I've looked at that and the United States Sentencing Commission too many damn times. I know the stats by heart. So that's how I knew you were lying. You didn't say interracial unalivings, that would be white people. That would be white people. White people out here gunning down everybody. Not black people. So you don't see all these mass unalivings? Huh? You don't see that? We ain't out here dangling ourselves from trees, bro. Nolan Wells didn't do that to himself. Huh? He didn't do that to himself. Breonna Taylor didn't do that to herself. Freddie Gray didn't do that to himself. Trayvon Martin didn't do that to himself. Tamir Rice didn't do that to himself. Sonia Massey didn't do that to herself. George Floyd didn't do that to himself. So say that. Don't come here talking black people unalive white people. That's a lie. Because we don't put our hands on them. They put their hands on us. which is why we suffer from such a great oppression, which is why you heard me say the two things I've never seen in this country is peace and a non-black person dangling from a goddamn tree. You can't stand it too. You can't say white people unalive more white people, then sit there and say black people unalive more white people. Which one is it? Because white people damn sure unalive way more people than any people.
Anybody. The chance of you get struck by lightning is probably more.
Hell, if we out here unaliving ourselves more, call us racist. We know not to put our hands on them, but they don't know not to put their hands on us. And I'm done reading your comments. You can send a super chat. I watch all y'all go to other platforms and send on super chats when you want your comments. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I done seen lots of y'all go to other platforms that have your comments read. I ain't gonna call nobody's name out. But I just saw someone personally less than a week ago on Introvert Rockstar. I see it.
Heard by a black man, it's concentrated areas of poverty and violence. When I was a police officer, I noticed that white crime and poverty go together like black crime and poverty. The only difference is gang-related violence, which make black people go up another notch. Right. But when you talk about abandoning children, meaning fatherless homes, when you talk about people using violence, killing each other, stabbing each other, robbing, stealing, white people had the same rate of some of this stuff as when I grew up. White neighborhoods are still places you don't want to live. The poor, impoverished white neighborhoods.
Based on those same stats, around 3,000 white people were murdered by other white people. So why did Charlie not put more emphasis on the...
So yeah, Kimo, why aren't you putting more emphasis on that? Huh? Let me run that back for you with your conservative talking point, you damn grifter. Your non-FBA. Let's run that back. Let's run that back.
Based on those same stats, around 3,000 white people were murdered by other white people. So why did Charlie not put more emphasis on the white-on-white crime? We know why. The reason I'm saying this, based off the 2019 FBI stats, right? 566 white Americans were murdered by black offenders. So 500 out of however many million of white Americans there are, I'm going to put it on the screen. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than murdered by a black person. The point I'm trying to get at is that...
See there? See your lies? See your lies? And we giving you statistics. See how you just referenced that same 2019 FBI crime database, that data sheet I referenced? See that? See? See what you do? See what you do? See what you do? Now, let me go back to your statement, because your statement said, and said, J-Dub, if you hear, back me up. His statement said, more whites are unalived by black people a year than the opposite. And he cited FBI, CDC, BJS, and he said all says the same, right? And he's trying to tell me that I'm not on topic with what he's saying. But watch this.
2019 FBI stats, right? 566 white Americans were murdered by black offenders. So 500 out of however many million of white Americans there are, I'm going to put it on the screen. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than murdered by a black person. The point I'm trying to get at is that white America, your biggest fear is not being killed by a black person. The odds are so low. But you do know what?
Ah, see how you came in here with that lie? See how you came in here with that lie? We know how you sleep. We know what you eat, boy. You like vanilla moon pies. You like vanilla moon pies. And he's steady trying to tell me that ain't what he meant. We talking about two different things. No. Again, like I said, we know not to put our hands on white people because they run the system. And their children run the system. Their ancestors run the system. Huh? That's that privilege and entitlement. Boy, you made yourself look like a real grifter. I hope you get your Brandon Tatum badge soon. I hope you get your Brandon Tatum badge soon. I really do. I really do. And black people, I would like to encourage y'all to stay from around people like him. You know what I'm saying? I would encourage you to stay from around people like Kima do, because he will set you up. He will set you up. He'll be like Nolan Wells' fake little adversaries. He will set you up. Bro, I just read your comment. Watch this. I'm going to do it again. For the people in the back, I'm going to do it again. Because you specifically said black people unalive more white people per year. And you cited the FBI crime data, all of that. All of that. J-Dub, I'm going to give you a minute to go back and read his comment. Let me know when you've read his comment. And then I'm going to readdress this one more time. J-Dub, I need you to be a mediator. Let me know if this is in reference to what he's saying. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat, J-Dub, when you've read his comment. You can't weasel your way out of this one. I'm surprised you ain't yelled per capita victim mentality like the YTs yet. I know you sleeping white. There ain't nothing wrong with sleeping white, but you probably married to it and everything. You probably don't even look at sisters. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't even look at sisters. You came over here in this country and they just told you stay away from black people. But you ain't here speaking up like you black. That was some foul crap to say, man. Bro, I do get what you saying. You saying black people, all right, here's J-Dub. J-Dub said, you saying black people unalive white people more than white people unalive black people. Would that be accurate? Would that be accurate? Okay, now I cover black on black. That's less than 1%. So you're wrong in that department. Okay, you're wrong in that department. And watch this. Here we go again. The percentage of 566 out of 197 million is approximately 0.000287, or about 2.87 times 10% to happen. To happen. I'm live, Mother Earth. I'm live streaming.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you Pat number, okay?
Just text it to me, please.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
All right, later.
Later.
More likely to be struck by lightning than murdered by a black person. The point I'm trying to get at is that white America, your biggest fear is like black offenders. So 500 out of however more emphasis on the white on white crime. We know why. The reason I'm saying this, based off the 2019 FBI stats, right? 566 white Americans were murdered by black offenders. So 500 out of however many million of white Americans there are. I'm going to put it on the screen.
Now, did he not say in his statement up here, did he not say in his statement up here, did he not say more whites are unalived by black people a year than the opposite? Than the opposite. Did he not say that? I want to see where I'm missing this. And you cited the FBI. You said all the sources said that. I've got the FBI crime. I got it in my hand right now. And I don't see what you're saying.
You're more likely to be struck by lightning than murdered by a black person. The point I'm trying to get at is that white America, your biggest fear is not being killed by a black person. The odds are so low. But you do know what? You have higher odds of dying by drug overdosing. White America, you know, they've been going through it in that regard. Suicide. For some reason, like the deaths, you know, I'm going to put...
So you're going to come in here and mention the most rarest thing to try to save face for the YT community. And now you're admitting that it's a rare comparison to white on white or black on black crime, proximity-based crime, right? Right? I just shut you down. Take your walk of shame. I just shut you down. Take your walk of fame. Know what you're talking about before you speak on it, man. Know what you're talking about before you speak on it, though, brother. I ain't trying to get all rude and hostile with you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to disrespect you. But that was a very disrespectful thing for you to say. And that profiled my community. Huh? That profiled my community. That added more lies out there for the YT community. I am getting it. Don't tell me I'm not getting it. I have a very high IQ. Don't tell me I'm not getting it. You can't even make it make sense because I done proved you wrong on every account. Whether it's white on white, black on black, black on white, white on black. You can't change the stats, but you came in here changing the stats like I'm not familiar with the stats. I have it in my hand, dude. I have a printer in my damn home. I pay my internet bill faithfully. I know exactly what I'm saying when I get on here and say what I say. I know exactly what I'm saying. But you can't tell me why 69% of their community are all reported crimes in this community. In this country, excuse me. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me how 29% of their population are made up of men and 77% of their population are convicted of child, while more than 60% of their community are convicted of S crimes against women, children, and animals in this country. You can't explain that. You won't even take a jab at that one. You won't touch that talking point. Exactly. Crickets.
Draw the numbers on the screen. So Charlie spoke on all of these issues within the black community, but never spoke on the white ones. Why is pedophilia so bad in white America? Why do 29% of white men get convicted of 71% of all child you know what? Why?
Offender type is biological fathers, but by far it is being done by middle-aged Caucasian men.
No, you're just going to say, well, I don't know why they do that. What you mean? Oh, you just easily dismiss that. You easily dismiss that. But you came in here quoting stats and tried to back it up with the FBI, the CDC, and every damn thing else. You actually use the Center of Disease Control as a statistic. What do they have to do with law enforcement? You use the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, to back up a legal criminal accusation on the indigenous people. The CDC. The CDC. Now, we was talking who spread diseases. I'm pretty sure you could find that in the CDC. And I'm pretty sure you know who be leading the way in that. You use the C. You know you're not credible. You know you're not credible. You use the Center of Disease Control, the CDC. Not the United States Sentencing Commission. Huh? You didn't cite that. You cited the CDC. And you lied about that FBI. And I just told you I got it in my hand. I refer to it all the time. Yeah, go look at his statement. He said the FBI, the CDC, blah, 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 all of us say the same. He said, go look at his comment. I'm a content creator, y'all. I pay attention to what people say. Now, just like Rockstar, just like Introvert Rockstar, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Put it in the comment box. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me he didn't cite the CDC. Tell me he didn't cite the CDC. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Scarfo, thank you for making number 7. Thank you for making number 7. I'm so glad you like to come in here and hang out with us indigenous people. You always wanted to be black. Huh? You always wanted to be black. You always wanted to be us, so I guess you learning, huh? Huh? I guess you learning. You ain't here to try to emulate us. Huh? You trying to emulate us. You got your jelly roll, what you call them? The jelly roll cornrows going on in your head and stuff, man. Huh? Scarfo, tell the truth. You like black men, don't you? Come on out the closet, Scarfo. All them alphabets in your name, I know you linked to the alphabet community one way or another one. Come on, Scarfo. Don't get quiet now, Scarfo. Don't get quiet now, Scarfo.
Many over.
Scarfo, pause. Y'all know school start back tomorrow. He got to go run them bus routes. He looking for children. And he ain't trying to take them to school either.
Half of them college graduates. Many of them are educated, good jobs. This isn't just who we're thinking about. Like they're technical savvy, and I think that it is time that we call them out. Like that we can't stand by and stand back. Like we have to stand up and say, not only are we not doing our job as men, it's actually the opposite. Instead of being defenders and protectors of our families, we're hurting and abusing.
Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing images, almost all under the age of 12, and that's just a 6-month screenshot of it, and there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
So they have all these other problems, but they only want to fixate on the black community. Another thing I want to bring up, bro, Charlie Kirk had a clip where he said Black America was better before the 1960s. But when Charlie explains his reasoning for this, he completely misses the point.
Black Americans are poorer today in 2024 than they were in the 1950s. The disappearance of the black father has been the #1 driver of black poverty in this country. At least agree that black dads not being around is a bad thing.
Now you see, this is what people like Charlie Kirk love to do, because they'll mix in some truth, but also not.
Their dads are around, and they are still going out here unaliving innocent children in schools and supermarkets. They are still touching on other children and animals because their dad is doing it to them at home. Huh? Austin Metcalf had his father at home. Well, he knew his father. I knew my father. My father fought for this country. I've showed his flag. I've showed his uniform many a times on here. Many a times. Many a times, which is more than what Scarfo ever did. Like I say, Scarfo had to take a break just so he can go run these bus stop routes. He's looking for elementary kids. But it's okay, Scarfo. It's okay. It's okay. You're following your president. You're following the lead. You're following your leader. We understand.
Tell the full truth. Charlie doesn't go on to explain why a decrease happened of black fathers within the home. I always say you must go back. He went back, but he missed a huge point. In the 1970s, drugs messed up the black community. Heroin kicked it off, and then crack pretty much finished the job. As a result,
and who put it there? United States government. 3 letters. Starts with a C, ends with the first letter of the alphabet. The letter in between, you can spell indigenous with it. You can spell indigenous with it. But they won't own that. They won't own that. They won't tell the truth about that.
Of this, things such as the war on drugs and mass incarceration happened. And instead of treating these people as addicts and people that needed help, they just threw them in jail. And this is why the 1960s was a turning point for black America. During this time, we started seeing a lot of black revolutionaries, okay? Malcolm X, MLK, the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton. So many of these black leaders that started to step up and try to take a charge. So because of this, the FBI director, J. Edgar Hoover, came out with COINTELPRO. So I'm gonna put all the links in the description. But as you can see, COINTELPRO on the FBI vault. Black extreme.
Everything we could have pulled off of the FBI vault, everything we could have pulled off of that website, all those statistics, we went and got statistics that we thought would make black people look bad. I got to start saying black people. Indigenous brown people look bad. That's what we have to do. That's the result of. We can't make these people look bad any other way. We can't run as fast as them. We can't outthink them. We can't outjump them. We can't outfight them. We can't outbox them. We cannot outperform these people. So we got to lie and inflate statistics to try to make these people look bad when it's just a projection of who they are at heart. They are and always will be the lineage of evil, no matter how much they, they teach history in school, right? But when we get on here and we talk about history, they hate history. They show up, they leave all kind of racist comments. What do y'all have against history? And if y'all are tired of coming up on the wrong side of history, then start coming up on the white side of history and try to come up on the right side of history. It's very easy. It's very easy. But until then, just like your reputation, your history precedes you. And you shall be approached with caution. You shall be interacted with caution. If we are forced to live around you, we will live around you with awareness and caution. We will not do business with you We will not spend our black dollars with you. We will not give you the benefit of the doubt. We will not turn our back so we could be the next one dangling from a tree. We're not going on any more boating trips so we could be the next one that don't come back. We're doing none of that. None of that. You know, if Byron Donalds wanted such an Oreo, I'd even sit here and tell black people just vote black only. Play identity politics. But then that'd be too easy because you got too many Byron Donalds and Brandon Tatums and all of that out here that could easily be considered black, even though he's Caribbean, he's not FBA. All of his kids look like LaMelo Ball, look like at least 70% of the NBA right now. So we got to look out for the tethering type too, like Kima. We got to look out for that type. But y'all will not get on here and leave these comments in my comment box, and I'm doing my best to leave people alone and go about my day. I'm going to get on here and straighten you every time. I don't care how many people are in here. There's this thing called replay. There's this thing called replay. It'll pick up views. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm more worried about the truth getting put out there. And for some reason, you guys hate the truth. You create the lies, you create the oppression, you create the religion, you create the struggle. But not once do you guys create the truth. Not once. Nothing you do is from a righteous standpoint, from a righteous moral compass. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing about you is good, great, even considerably average. It's all evil. It all consists of racial undertones, lies and disparages, afflictions. And I don't understand what the importance of practicing racism really is. You guys are steady hollering, Jesus, Jesus. Y'all don't practice, y'all don't love, y'all love racism. Your religion should be based on whether you believe in racism or not. Because you guys are just racist with the extra R. If you ain't never saw a non-black person dangling from an oak tree branch in this country, you cannot get on here and call somebody else racist. And if the people who are doing it to those black individuals are non-black, then you definitely should shut the hell up in the conversation. If there's ever been any laws passed to give you an advantage, you should shut the hell up in the conversation. And y'all are the main ones on here trying to save face and talk. You have nothing to talk about. You're making yourself look stupid. You're making yourself look stupid. We know that that low IQ was inherited. We can sit here and prove you're cannibals, and you'll sit here, We can sit here and prove the incest, We can sit here and prove that you're not American, you're European. We can sit here and prove that you're not Native American, you're European. We can prove that the Native Americans are really Siberian Asians. We can sit here and prove that the sun is hot, and we can take it and you can't. And you'll holler, while in the midst of putting on SPF 50 sunscreen. I don't even know why we waste our time. I don't even know why we waste our time. Honestly, I don't know why we waste our time. We can debunk everything you say. Hell, if we just let you talk, you would debunk your own lies. You will debunk your own lies. Black people have never been and can never be racist. We can be prejudiced as hell. We can be prejudiced as hell. We can be prejudiced. We can be prejudiced. We can be soulfully prejudiced. Boy, that prejudice can come deep from within the soul, from the diaphragms of our intestines. Now that prejudice can run deep. No lie. No lie. No lie. But we can't never be racist. Now that is exclusively reserved for a group of people who have benefited and you know, done nothing but pro-racist things to other people to maintain an advantage. You know, that's not us. That's not us. I'll keep it short. I'll keep it sweet. If you hop in my comment box with that hoorah, hoorah, I'm gonna put this live stream on repeat. Now, I'm sick and tired of arguing with dummies. Y'all need to find your fathers and find your mommies. Mr. Uncut sick and tired of providing y'all proof. You can sit your Neanderthal parents down and get truth. I'm done with all the lies and the deceit and the way y'all attack me. I'm done with that. Why can't y'all see? In this life right here, I love being me. It ain't nothing like that black. Who else could I want to be? But y'all got a problem with it. Yeah, I understand. Because you ain't melanated, that don't make you half a man. At least half the man I am, and half the man we are. You know, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a doorknob. You wouldn't have an engine to a car. You wouldn't have an ice cream scoop, a dryer, a washer, a table to sit at. No, nothing. You're a squatter. You steal ideas, and you claim them to be yours. You're lazy. You point rifles and give orders while you sit on a horse, barking for others to do your chores, and then rewrite your history like it's the truth, of course, when we can debunk it from numerous sources. And y'all don't want this pressure. Too much of that is stress you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better leave me alone. Let me rest while I'm resting. Because if I have to turn this camera on, I'm going to manifest another lesson. Y'all know what it is, and y'all know who I be. You come in that comment box with that disrespect, you're going to have to see me. I'll show you, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with the indigenous, internal, spiritual, most high. You know what I mean? Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut. Be inspired. Be great. Be you. Kima! Yep. Continue to be you, buddy. We know who you are now.